Why I say no to certain tattoos and what tattoos I prefer, coming up. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Liam. I'm a tattoo artist based out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I specialize mainly in large-scale black and gray realism tattoos. In this video, I'm going to talk about certain tattoos that I turned down based on just the ideas and what kind of tattoos I actually prefer to do and the kind of projects that I like to take on. So sometimes just based on what my schedule looks like, I'll just turn down tattoos just because I'm too busy. I don't like to be booked up more than like 3 or 4 months in advance. So sometimes if you're trying to get a hold of me, it's just bad timing and I just have to say no. But there's certain tattoos that I'll turn down just from reading the emails, and I'm gonna get into those right now. The first types of tattoos that I turn down more often than not are cover-ups and fix-up tattoos. This is just because I find that if I'm doing a cover-up or a fix-up, it's usually not the best representation of my work and my tattoos. So the only time I'll actually take on a cover-up is if I think that it's not gonna really do any harm to the tattoo that I'm trying to make. I do my best work obviously on open skin, so if I had the choice between doing a cover-up tattoo or just a fresh new tattoo on new skin, I would definitely choose to do the newer tattoo. So this next one might be pretty obvious, but like I said in the beginning, I specialize mainly in large-scale black and gray realism tattoos. So if I get any emails asking to do anything other than that, I'm most likely going to turn them down and recommend another artist in the city that I think could do a better job of it than I do. The reason I stick to black and gray is because earlier on in my tattoo career, I tried a lot of different styles, and that's the one that I kind of seem to pick up and really get good at. So I'm just putting all my focus and energy onto that style just to make it as good as I can get it. I feel like if you get known for doing certain tattoos, clients are willing to wait longer and book in, especially if they're really confident in your abilities to do that. If you're good at 1 or 2 different styles of tattoos, you're gonna do them better than anyone doing all sorts of different tattoos. So that's the reason I choose to stick with black and gray realism. The only other thing that I really consider when taking on projects is sometimes I'll do kind of a cool, funky black and gray tattoo with like some really bright colors and maybe some laser eyes or like that kind of thing. So I'm always kind of interested in that too. That one I feel like is a really unique style, and it's really cool, and I feel like anyone walking around with a tattoo like that is gonna get a lot of attention. So going a little bit deeper into that, I'm not just taking on any black and gray realism projects. I'll also turn down tattoo projects that I'm just not interested in because either I've done them too many times, I've seen them done too many times, and they're just too repetitive for me. The other reason I might turn it down is if it's not challenging enough for me. The reason I like to take on other projects, which I'll talk about later on in this video, is because I like to challenge myself and grow and get better. So if I'm doing the same types of tattoos over and over again, I feel like I'm not learning as much. I can't go too specific on what a popular tattoo is at the time or anything like that, because I feel like it kind of switches. Sometimes I'll do a lot of a certain subject matter and then I'll get asked to do a lot of a different one. So it kind of just depends on the timing. The only other time I would turn down a tattoo is if I feel like me and the potential client are just not gonna mix well with each other. I think that's almost more important than the tattoo itself, is if you can get along with your clients, because we're here to make long-lasting relationships with these clients and hopefully they come back. And if you're not getting along from the start, then obviously I just don't think it's a good fit. So that does it for the tattoos that I did. So I think that does it for the tattoos that I turned down. In conclusion to that, usually it's just how I'm feeling. Like if I'm looking at certain projects and I'm just feeling like I don't want to do them, I have the luxury now of being able to say no to certain things. I feel like every artist and client deserves to be stoked on the tattoos that they're doing or getting. If you have an artist that's super stoked on doing a tattoo, if they're really excited to do it, then I feel like you're probably going to get a better tattoo out of it. Most of the time if I turn down certain projects, I'll actually try and recommend someone else in the city that I think could do a good job of it. So that leads me into the tattoos that I actually really like to do, or the ones that I find really challenge myself, and the ones that I'll take on before any other projects that come my way. So the number one top thing that I prefer to tattoo is portraits. Portraits of family members or of celebrities or artists or anything like that. I feel like this is the most challenging type of work, and I can learn and grow the most from doing this, and also show off kind of my abilities as a tattoo artist. Like I said, I mainly do large scale projects, but for something like a portrait, I feel like they kind of look good by themselves. If I'm working on large scale pieces, they look good too. I'll also try and sneak in any other kind of face, like a dramatic photo of like a girl or a guy. Then I can still kind of sneak in some fun stuff for me and challenge myself a little bit and try and get better each time. Another subject matter that I like to tattoo and put into larger scale pieces is anything like skulls or roses. I feel like those things are timeless tattoos that they're gonna look good and still be relevant 10, 15 years from now. They're not really a trend, and I feel like they look really good on any kinds of sleeves or leg tattoos or anything like that. Now, another thing I really like to do, and the subject matter might not actually matter as much in this situation, is if the client gives me free reign to do whatever I want, or at least gives me a really nice amount of freedom in the tattoos, I'll see myself picking up that project a little bit more often than someone that might be a little bit more picky. This just lets me be a little bit more unique with it. A lot of times when someone's being a little picky, they're showing pictures of tattoos that are already done, and obviously I'm trying to do different types of tattoos. I'm not just trying to repeat the same thing over and over again, or copy anyone else's work for that matter. So if I have free reign on a tattoo, then I can do some research and find some really good photos and put those in for tattoos that might not necessarily ever get done unless I have the free reign to do it. This is going to make a really unique piece, and I feel like everyone is going to be happy with it, me included, because I get to show off a really cool piece. I think that's everything. Yeah. Well guys, I think that's it. This one should be a pretty easy video. I just like to explain this kind of stuff just for anyone that's either looking to get tattooed by me or just to see the mindset that a lot of artists have. I book up usually 3 or 4 months in advance, so I have the liberty to say yes and no to certain projects. I'm lucky in that way, and I'm really grateful to all my clients that let me do the things that I get to do. Without my clients, I wouldn't actually be in this situation, and I would probably just be doing any types of tattoos that walk through the door. So I really appreciate it. What to take away from this, if you want to get tattooed by me or any other artist that you're really liking, is first and foremost, just find out exactly what they really like to tattoo, as long as you like that kind of thing. And then the other one would just be the free reign. I feel like if you give any artist free reign, as long as you trust them and you've seen their portfolio, that's probably the best way to do it, to get the best tattoo possible. Most of the time the tattoo artist knows what's going to make a good tattoo more than the client does, and if we're too stuck in with the ideas that the client has, then sometimes you're just going to get the same tattoo as another person. Well guys, thanks for watching the video. As always, I appreciate any likes and subscribes that you want to give me. Let me know what you think would make a really cool, unique tattoo in the comments. If you're a tattoo artist, let me know what types of tattoos you turn down and why. I'm really curious to hear. Thanks guys, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and until next time, peace.